the show continues. I want to show you something. 5 minutes in. This is the outcome. Yeah, it's significant. Look at that. Shredded cans. That is bad. That is terrible. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're dealing with. You know what? I'm gonna put everything to the side so everyone can see what a huge mess this is. Maybe it'll open a few eyes.
When they cut in the grass, do you know?
Soon enough, I guess. Well, hopefully not before I finish the litter picking the entire thing, because otherwise it would just be shredded.
It's ridiculous.
It's they should have cut it by now.
Yeah, they should have cut it by now. Wait,
Thank you. If everyone did that, this would be a much cleaner place. Now, when the mowers come, it's going to make a huge difference because it's the difference between mowing over that and mowing over grass. Concrete slab. Garden waste. It's just infested everywhere you step. All this stuff would get absolutely shredded when the mowers come, because I'm almost certain they wouldn't litter pick before they mowed. It's clean now, so let's have a look at the amount. Yeah, it's significant. It is significant. Yeah. So yeah, the show continues. With this patch to my right, that was home to all this rubbish. Whew, I'm done. Alright, so if you don't think it looks that bad, check this out. Yeah, and it goes on. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're dealing with. It's really getting dark, so I'm gonna speed run through this. I'm not gonna show you how much rubbish there was. I'm not gonna throw it to the side. I'm just gonna put it straight in the bag. I'll catch you at the end. And I'm done. I'm at the end of Corbin's Lane. The street all the way from here to that intersection where I left the bags is completely clean. on this side. On the other side, it's a different story. But this patch alone produced probably 3/4 of this bag. I don't even know how many cans and bottles I collected. 30, 40, it was a lot. So it's important to keep in mind that half of the litter I collect, at least half of it, would disappear overnight with a deposit return scheme that simply seems too complicated for our politicians to agree upon. So they've delayed it until 2027 at the earliest. What a shame. Day 2 of my cleanup. I'm gonna start on this side. It's pretty terrible. I'll update you as I go. 5 minutes in, this patch is now clean. This is the result. 5 minutes. And I'm done. I almost filled the bag. Maybe it's half a bag. But yeah, now this is clean. So we can move on to the next batch. Just as bad as the first one. Batch number 2, clean. This is the outcome. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, it's ridiculous that I'm saying that looking at this pile of rubbish, but yeah, I've seen it worse. Anyway, let's back up. Second patch completed. Let's move on to the third one. Somebody dumped rubble over here on the grass. There's a lot of it. Check it out. I'm gonna try to take out as much of it as I can. Yeah, check it out. Bricks and just construction materials dumped here. Look at that. Patch number 3. This was the worst so far. Look at that. Clean up, move on. Today's mantra. Patch number 3 completed. Looking much better. There are even some flowers here. So yeah, let's move on. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad, but as always, this did not take long. It's a lot of stuff. Whew, I finished the 4th patch. Super happy with it. Let's move on. This is gonna be bad. I just know it. Another 5 minutes. Literally, that's all it took. It was really bad towards the sidewalk, but not that bad towards the street. So, yeah. Patch number 5. Let's back up. Move on. As clean as a whistle. Who'd have thought it was even possible, you know? Because we keep being told it's impossible. The overhead is too big and you can't see the litter in the tall grass and all these explanations. I don't think they hold too much water, to be honest. It literally took me under 5 minutes to take out all the rubbish in this tall grass that's apparently impossible to litter pick. I will prove it to you. What's the time right now? 7:20 p.m. Let's see how long it takes me to take out all the rubbish and put it to the side. What's the time? It's 7:24. It took me under 4 minutes to take out all the rubbish under the grass. It wasn't that bad, but I took out everything down to the last small piece of plastic. So not just the cans, not just the bottles, but everything. Under 4 minutes for this batch. If I didn't, this would have probably been mowed over. So that would have been bad. Done. Brilliant. Let's move on. Patch number 6. It is 7:28, and let's see how long it takes me. That was it. It's 7:31. Under 3 minutes. Let's quickly move on to the next 4 patches. I'm probably gonna speed run them because I'm running out of time, but you get the idea. It's not that complicated to litter pick tall grass. It's just a bit harder, that's all. Not to say that this isn't terrible. Oh man. Yeah, I will pull this to the side just for you to see. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. I just know it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's bad. That is terrible. Yep. I'll see you in a couple of minutes, or maybe a bit more than that. Maybe I'm gonna show you a bit more, actually, because you might be curious, like how much can there be? This much. You don't believe it until you see it. Yep. As I was saying, there was a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. These are like 6 cans over there. Lots and lots of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But hey, it's not in there anymore. It's over here, so we can easily collect it, move on to the last patch, and then go home. Yeah. How is this for a patch of grass? Clean. Nice. Nice and clean. Move on to the last one and then go home. Come on, it's late. And I am done. Everything from here all the way to the main street is clean. Filled another bag, obviously. So I'm gonna take everything back to base, and I will see you next time. I have no idea why these businesses cannot even clean in front of their own shop. It's unbelievable. The level of disengagement, denial of responsibility for everything, apart from, I don't know, their own business, I guess. It's quite sad because this engagement from social responsibility, coupled with authorities' inability to do more due to lack of funding and budgetary cuts and everything, just contributes to this. An endless stream of rubbish that we are trying to survive. Yeah. This could be such a nice area if not for all the littering and fly tipping. That's it. Alright, welcome back. The mowers have been out in force. To my left, there were areas that I litter picked a couple of days ago. We're gonna move on to areas that have not been litter picked before being mowed. I can already tell that this hasn't been litter picked. Of course I can. Look at this. Shredded cans. Yeah, some more shredded cans. Look at that. Look at that. That is horrendous. The difference is astonishing. There's no question in my mind that, look at that. Look how they went over everything from cans to more cans to bottles. Yeah, God knows what's under all this grass. It's just a disaster. Look at this. And now let's cross over to the part I litter picked around 4 days ago. It still has some stuff, obviously, but generally speaking, it's just such a big difference. Look, I'm gonna cross back again, just so you don't think I'm fooling you by cherry picking anything. Look at this. All right, it's not even a discussion at this point. It is not even a discussion. What is this? So I will proceed with the cleaning up all the patches that I've cleaned up a couple of days ago, but now obviously the grass is not getting in the way. and I'll show you at the end how much it was. Picked up everything. It's around half a bag. I missed 2 glass bottles and 2 aluminum cans. That's it. All the other bottles, all the other cans had been picked. So now I'll move on to a patch that hasn't been litter picked. I'm literally gonna pick the first one that I encounter, and we'll do a comparison. It's already one shredded can. I'll count all of them and tell you at the end. Look at that. I think it's going to be a massive difference to the 12 patches that I had litter picked yesterday. I think it's more cans here on this small patch than there were on those 12. It's 7:53. Let's see how long it takes me to litter pick this patch. The time is 8:01, so it took me 8 minutes to clean out this patch, which is obviously longer than it took me to clean out before mowing. Let's count the number of cans. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We also have a bottle that's been obliterated. So just from this tiny patch, I collected more shredded aluminum cans than I collected from the entirety of the 12 patches I cleaned up yesterday. This is the result of not doing litter picking before mowing. And of course, all the other rubbish that's just such a pain to collect. I won't have time to litter pick everything today. As you can see, it's pretty grim. Look at that. How am I going to litter pick all of this? It's just impossible. So what I'll do is I'll collect just the aluminum cans and have a grand total, just for my own knowledge. Wow, that's bad. That is bad. All of this could be avoided. Most of it could. 90% of it could be avoided. There's a shoe. The bottle. And look at that. See? It's full of this stuff. Broken glass. So that was 28 cans. Well, that was 29 bottles. So almost the same amount. I want to show you something. It's something I was hoping was not going to happen to me, but it did. I was cleaning up this patch in front of me, right? And I was walking on the patch of grass. And look at this. This is a shard. It went through the sole of my shoe, ripped open my sock, and ultimately cut me. So wear good shoes and do everything in your power to convince your local council not to mow over rubbish, because this is a very real possibility for injury. This was the shard and the hole it left in my shoe.